Hey everyone, Linda here again with you from Gunlock Lane Jewellery. Today I've got I think a very easy pair of earrings to make, but also quite beautiful. I'll just grab them here so I can show you. These are the earrings that we'll be making. I'll just lay them down there. So that's a little pair of earrings. So if you're interested in learning how to make them, then stay with me and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back with you. So I'm starting off with a 18 gauge copper wire, dead soft. I'm going to just flush cut that, and I'm using my old trusty friend for this one. I used him in a previous video making some links for a chain, and I'm using him again today as a mandrel to get the rectangle shape that I have in this earring. Okay, so what I'm going to do is come down. I'm leaving a tail, so it doesn't have to be a very long tail, just roughly that long. Even that's probably a bit too long, just there, like that. And I'm just going to actually come up here a little bit further, and I'm just going to wrap around. I've still got my wire on the spool. I tend to work off the spool a lot lately. It saves a lot of waste. Also makes it a little bit more difficult too. But that's me. I like to make things difficult anyway. And I'm just bending it over like that. And I'm grabbing my cutters. And I'm just going to cut off a piece about that long. Take that off, just make sure I've got that crossed over a bit there. Yeah, that's enough. I'm going to put my file away. Okay, and we've got that shape there. Mine's a little bit out of shape. It's trying to do it under this camera, but you can bend that back into place, that's fine. So now I'm going to bring it over. Just straighten that up a little bit more. Bring it over, grab you can use flat nose, bent nose pliers, whichever you like. And I'm just going to bend that wire over, give it a little bit of a pinch to get it down. There we go. And I'm going to just trim that up a little bit, just so it's a little, I should have covered that, then that went flying. Okay, and squishing that down so it's not going to open up or go anywhere. So that's what we've got so far. Now you can do your loop here now, or you can leave it till the end whenever you choose to do it. I'm going to do mine now. This is probably just a little bit long, but we'll see. I can trim it up if I need to. So I'm just turning that over into a loop and bringing that up, and that looks pretty perfect to me. Still a little bit out of shape, but I'm going to fix that up now. I'm just going to grab my hammer and block, my metal hammer and block, and putting it face down, so the right side down. And I'm going to give this a hammer. Now I'm not bashing the bejesus out of it, I'm just giving it light taps. And I'm also going to do the loop at the end. Oops, get back on there. Just slightly like that. Okay, that's a better shape now. Okay. Put that away. All right, so we've got our shape going here. Now I'm going to grab some 20 gauge wire. My stomach's just starting to grow. Oh, you know what I thought? I thought, well, I have some lunch. It's only 11:15 here. because I get up so early in the morning, I get hungry early for lunch. And I thought, now, should I have some lunch before I do this? I thought, no, I don't even feel hungry yet. As soon as I start filming, my stomach starts. So I'm sorry about my stomach growling. I'll probably do it all the way through the video now. Okay, so I've got my 20 gauge wire here. Just move that out of the way for a moment. I'm going to leave a tail. Just grab my tape measure. This is not exact. You can, yeah, I'm just going to give you an estimation. I'm leaving a tail, let's say, about 5 centimetres, which is roughly, say, about 2 inches. And I'm bringing in my round nose pliers, and I'm coming up to the end of that there. So I'm just going to twist that around like that. I've still got this on the reel. And then I'm going to, wrong angle, Linda. Come up and I'm going to do the same thing on this side here. Twisting it around. Now these are not going to end up, or you might be able to get them perfect. I never can, but I don't, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm just going to use the word try because I can't think of another word. I can't ever get them exactly equal anyway, and that's not what I'm going for. So, okay, so we've got that. I've got to remember which end to do this on. Okay, just let me stop for a second while I figure this out. Okay, back with you. I think I've got it figured out. I made quite a few pairs of these yesterday, and for some reason it's just got out of my head. All right, so we're coming down those few centimetres there that we need to. We're making a loop like that, which is kind of like a teardrop shaped loop. We're coming back, doing it on the other side. Twisting it around like that. Okay, now I'm grabbing that in the center and I'm bringing the wire up and over. And you can change positions with your round nose pliers and bringing that up the other side. Alright, it looks a bit of a hot mess there at the moment, but just squish it back into shape. Okay. Now, as I said, they don't have to be perfect. None of mine are ever perfect. So now I'm just going to eyeball that I've got that roughly the same length as this side here. So that looks about it to me there. Oh, a little bit short. It doesn't matter. It's all part of the messy design. Okay, so I've got that. I'm not going to fiddle with that too much because I like them to be, you know, not perfect. All right, now I'm going to have to go off camera here because I'm going to torch this here. So I'll come back when I've torched it. Okay, I'm back. So I've torched my piece here, and I also torched this end here to make it a little bit more malleable to do what we're going to do next. So I'm just going to grab my bent nose pliers. You can use flat nose, whatever you like here. And I'm just going to make them into a little bit of a leaf shape. Not so that they exactly look like a leaf, but just give them a little bit more interest than just, you know, a loop. So I'm just bending those ends in there. And you can open them up a little bit if they close a little bit too much. And I want him over just a little bit. I want him a little bit more centered. There we go. And bend, just squishing in those ends, just slightly. See how the leaf pattern's forming there? And then doing the same thing on the other side. And I'm not being exact, they're leaves, you know, that represent representations of a leaf, and no leaves are perfect. So, alright, he's still off centre a little bit, but I'm not too worried about it. If you're fussy about it, fiddle around with it a little bit more, but I'm not going to. So now I'm just going to grab my bench block again and my metal hammer, and choose which side you want to be, front or back. Doesn't matter, they're both, you know, the same anyway. So I'm just going to give those just a little tap on the end. This is work hardening them and also just splaying out that end a little bit more to make it a little bit more interesting. And the last one. Oh, I'm not even on camera. Sorry, guys. I'm so used to doing it close to me. Anyway, if you can see there, all I've done is hammer those ends. Sorry that wasn't on camera. Maybe move this down a little bit. I might be able to stay on camera a bit better. I thought at one stage I was getting better at staying on camera, but I'm not really at all. Okay, so we've got that shape going. We're going to grab our frame. Find the front of your frame. And we're just going to line him up there. Now you can put this wherever you like. I like it down towards the bottom. Okay, we've got our little ball ends there. So now I'm just going to bring that through. I'm going to grab my pliers to give me a hand. Oops. This is just because it's little and it's not very much to hold on to here, so it just makes it a little bit awkward. It's not hard by any means, it's just a little bit awkward. And bring that through again. Now you can decide here whether you want to go around again and just finish it, or if you want to add it in as I'm doing here in the front. Actually, no, I'm going to go around one more time. And then bring the little tail and ball down and just pop it where you think it looks nice. I think it looks nice there. So now I'm going to do the same on the other side. This is quite malleable. You can get this going with your hands if you've torched it. Now if you don't use a torch or you're scared to use a torch, I don't know why, because, well actually I do know why, because I was a little bit scared to begin with, because anything to do with fire obviously is frightening, but it's really not frightening at all. You get the hang of it very quickly, and you can just make such more beautiful pieces with it. So anyway, if you don't have a torch, you could just paddle the ends of these, wires here, and file them so that there's nothing sharp on them, and you'll get a similar look. Okay, I've got to go around again. Now, I know I'm making this look harder than I said it was. I know I said it was very easy, and it is very easy. It's just harder for me under the camera and not being able to get it closer up to my face. But you at home, when you're just working in your workspace will see that it is very easy. Oh dear. I am making this look harder than it is. I honestly, there we go. If I get that around a little bit more and just pop him where he can fit. There. Now, they don't have to be exact because we're doing freeform, abstract, chaos, whatever you want to call it, wire wrapping, and I'll get that one in a bit tighter. Yeah, and nothing's precise or exact. And if you don't, if you like that kind of jewelry, then that's what you're looking for. Okay, I just want him up at the front a little bit. There we go. Get over there. Okay, that'll do me. And I'm just now going to grab my block, and this time my rubber hammer, and using the yellow side, we're just going to give that, this is just to set it and put it into a little bit more shape. In my stomach again, oh my goodness. Okay. It's not perfect, but I'm not going for perfect, so it doesn't matter. So if I can bring that down just a little bit more. I just don't want anything to snap. That's close enough. All right, so now I'm going to grab some 24 gauge. And I need a piece about, let me cut this. I'll cut it and measure it. Okay. Okay, that's almost 25 centimeters, so cut off 25, that's quite fine. And that would make it nearly 10 inches, so just cut off 10 inches and you should have plenty. Okay. I'm just trying to find where I put my little beads I'm going to be using. What do I do with them? I have to get out a couple more. I don't know where I put them now. Anyway, I'm using, what are they called? Tiger's eye beads on this one. So now I've brought my wire up through the middle, and I'm going to leave it about yay long as a tail. And I'm going to wire wrap that through the center. Excuse me. I'm doing that twice. Excuse me again. Pulling that in nice and tight. Okay, now I'm going to, what am I going to do here? I've got to remember what I did. Yep, through the center again. And I'm catching in that little ball part there to tie him down. And I'm coming up through the middle of this leaf. And coming down, so I'm going to attach now the leaf to the frame. So I'm coming down through that little hole, if you can see that there, through there. pulling that in nice and tight and coming back up through the leaf. Like that. Okay, you can straighten your wire at this stage if you want, but it's not necessary. I'll just grab a couple more beads out. I'll show you what I did with those other two. I've got them sitting here ready to go. Anyway. Grab two roughly the same colour. Oh, that one's a bit broken on the end. It must be Murphy's Law that these things happen when you're on camera. It's going to go wrong. It's going to go wrong while you're doing it on camera, let me tell you. Okay, I'm going to thread the bead on. And pop him down into place. Actually, why is that sticking up there? Why won't that go down? See, this is where I need to bring it up to my face. There we go. I think I've got him now. Okay, and I'm coming down. Now I'm going to bring this wire down through this sleeve on that side there. If I can get my fingers out of the way. Just being careful you don't kink your wire. Always grab your tools if you need to give you a helping hand. Get that wire out of the way for the moment. I'm trying to get that down as flat and as tight as I can. Okay, now I'm coming back up through the center of our rectangle. I'm bringing that wire down so it's sitting next to the bead there like that. I'm taking this around my bead. I'm going to do this a few times. You can do it however many times you feel like doing it. Till you just do it until you're happy with the look. Okay, then I'm going to take this wire down through the leaf again. This time you'll probably need to use your tools to get that through. And then bring him up the back through the rectangle, and we're going to finish him off there. I'm only going to go around twice. I don't want too much bulky wire up there. So I'm going to cut him at the back. Tap him down. Okay. Now you can squish these if you want to. If you don't want them, you know, too predominant, you can squish them down. make sure that they're sitting down nice and flat. Just push them down with your fingernails. Okay, and then just finishing off this side here. I've already got 2 wraps around that one, so I'm going to just pull that in nice and tight, because it wasn't very tight to start with. And I'm going to cut that wire there. And tap him down. Okay, I didn't get this one in real tight here, so I'm just going to play around with him for a second. And get him down tighter. There we go. All right, that's our earring. Now you can play with these if you want to, like if you think they're sort of too straight sticking out like that, you can grab hold of him, pull him down towards the bottom, and do the same thing with the other one. You won't get this one down too far because he's got the wire through him, but you can just shape him a little bit more. As I said, they're abstract, freeform, whatever you want to call it. Just not happy with that wire over here. Pushed in a little bit. There we go, that's better. And of course then you just attach your ear wire to the top that I've done on those ones. And I'll just show you a couple of other different, I don't know why I got 2 beads out, I was only making 1 earring anyway. Anyway, a couple of different other ideas with it. This one, and these 2 here. Okay, with this one here, I did exactly the same thing, but I made one side, when I was making the 20 gauge, you know, the leaf wrap thing, I made one side longer before I cut it, so that when it was balled it would hang down a little bit more than that one there. So only a small amount of wire more. Where's his matching friend? There we go. So they're opposite sides to each other, the long part that hangs down, a little bit like that. Then on these ones here, I made the 20 gauge wire even longer and balled the end of it, and then wound it up like a vine going up through the earring. So I did that on that one and that one. Rather than having them come down this way, they go up towards the top. And then I did the same thing with these pink ones. So they're strawberry quartz, they're amethyst. I'm not sure what that stone is in those ones. And then I've also did the original one that I showed you with the lapis lazuli. Okay, so that's our little earring for today. I hope you all enjoyed that. Please let me know if you did in the comments. Don't forget to hit the like button, please. That really helps my analytics out, gets YouTube to put my video out there for more people to see it. Obviously that helps me, and I'd just like everybody to be able to see a different way of doing wire work. Okay, well that's it for me. I will catch you all next week. Everybody have a good one. Yeah, see you later guys. Bye.